What's up, everybody? It's Shay with May, and I'm going to try to not make this video long, but this episode of Basketball Wives, it was a whole bunch of bullshit to, unravel, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. Okay, so it starts off with this same happy endings bullcrap. Everybody attacks Cece bullcrap, okay? So Kristen's outside with Cece after she walks out because she's just tired of Evelyn and Jennifer digging into her, and then Kristen is helping the dig in because she wants to be friends with Evelyn and Jennifer so daggone bad. So after Cece walks out and says, that she's done with it after Jennifer calls her dumb. Yeah, Jennifer calls somebody dumb. After Jennifer calls her dumb, Cece's like, she's out, whatever. And then Kristen and Malaysia are like, no, come back, stand up for yourself. When, if you ask me, Cece has been standing up for herself this whole time, but she can't get a word in edgewise because the mean girls, Evelyn and Jennifer, keep insulting her and saying it was a joke, get over it, and not taking her serious when she just wants, an apology for the BS talked about her business, and maybe then she'll move on. So her and Kristen start going back and forth. Kristen's like, I can't have your back if you don't have your own back. Excuse me, this whole time, Cece has had her own back, okay? You've never had her back. I really don't like Kristen because I see that she's just trying to fit in and she's going with the flow and she's really being a follower, and I hate followers. So this absolutely, didn't solve anything. Jennifer eventually comes outside and she's like, what's the problem? Okay, Cece says, the problem is you called me dumb. And she's like, I didn't call you dumb. I said you ain't got no common sense. I don't care if you got nursing degrees or whatever. And then she says something that they've been saying for seasons, and I don't even know. At 50 years old, you shouldn't still be saying this. Me and you are not friends. Like, they take friendships real serious in LA, I see. She's like, me and you ain't friends. If we never see each other again, it'll be too soon, or some bull crap like that. So honestly, it was the same old argument about Cece just wanting an apology and the girls not willing to give her anything. Okay, so let's just move on. So we move on to Tami Roman, and she's at a coffee shop of some sorts, and she sits down with her mentor. I think it's her mentor. It's Pastor Gray and his wife. Okay, so if you didn't know, Tami was on an episode of The Book of Earl Grey or something like that. It comes on the Oprah Winfrey Network, and it was a really good episode. And let me tell y'all something, that's a really good show. And let me tell you something else. Dr. Earl Grey is, he was a virgin before he married his wife, and then he lost his virginity. Now that's a man. But anyway, she sits down and says that she's been trying to have these restraints, whatever. She's been trying to keep her cool, but people are testing her. And then she says Evelyn has been mocking her. Evelyn told her that she had on a busted wig or something like that. And then he's like, okay, well, it seems like this girl is idolizing you. And she's like, wow, I've heard that before. Y'all remember Reggie said that, last week or 2 weeks ago, that it seems like Evelyn is idolizing Tami. Yeah, okay. So then Tami says that she thinks that Evelyn is jealous of her because she's, achieving her goals. She's, her star is rising. People know her. Charlamagne the God is her friend. Really, when Charlamagne knows you and you can get on the radio and he don't roast you, I feel like you've kind of made it. I'm just saying, She also says that because Reggie wiped her up and Evelyn has been trying to get wiped up since 1998, that she's a little jealous, sis. I have to admit, I can see it. Honestly, I don't even know what it is about Evelyn, but nobody ever stays with her. It has to be something. It has to be you. It cannot always be the other person, okay? We're not even going to get into her, roller coasters of relationships that she's been in, because she's been in 50 million and none of them work because they've all cheated. So, her vagina must be whack. Anyway, let's just move on. The next scene, we have Malaysia sitting down with Cece, and she's basically telling Cece that she feels like she didn't take up for herself and that she kind of threw Kristen under the bus, and Kristen is supposed to be her friend. Cece says, well, I didn't know it was like that. I thought that Kristen should have had my back. And Malaysia tries to say that, she didn't have enough balls to stand up to the girls on her own. While really, I honestly feel like Cece has been getting attacked since day one for absolutely no reason whatsoever. and that she was probably tired of standing up for herself at that point. Cece has been defending herself since day one with these ladies. When they first walked in the building, they criticized her look, and then they went on to criticize, her vagina miles, and then to put the cherry on top of the cake, saying that she gives happy endings at her massage parlor. So they have been digging into her since day one. So I really didn't understand what Malaysia was talking about when she said that you need to defend yourself, because sis has been doing it since day one. But that's all I'm gonna say on this Malaysia and Cece meetup. So then we swing things over to Tammy, which her and Shaunie are going shopping, and then she tells Shaunie that she wants to do a retreat with the girls and say one nice thing about everybody. Go around and say one nice thing, and she says that she can think about something nice to say to every girl except Jen, because Jen is fake. So after Shaunie pretends to be shocked for all of 2.5 seconds, Tammy then goes into how she has this information that is not exactly about Shaunie, but it could possibly hurt her and the people around her. So Shaunie's like, okay, are you going to tell me? And she's like, I don't think that I should be the one to tell you. And then poor Malaysia walks in and she's like, Malaysia, thank God you here, because you know the secret too and you can tell her. And Malaysia's like, what? Huh? What are you talking about? So then Tammy takes her in the corner and says, yeah, I've been thinking about telling Shaunie about this secret about her ex. And she's like, what? No, that's fucked up. That'll hurt Shaunie's feelings. I'm not about to tell her that. It should not come from me, and it shouldn't come from you. And then Tammy's like, you're right. It should come from the person who actually said it. So then they walk back over to Shaunie being very dramatic, saying, well, we're not going to tell you. We think that the person who actually said it should tell you. So what was this whole big deal about? So then Shaunie's confused as hell, and she's like, okay, well, I guess I'll have to wait to find out what this big-ass secret about me is. So then we swing things over, and Tammy does the exact same thing with Jackie Chrissy, being messy, saying that she wants to tell Shaunie about this secret information that she has on her. And Jackie's like, no, that'll ruin Shaunie. We might see a side of Shaunie we ain't never seen. I ain't trying to get into the middle of it. Now, if messy Jackie say that she ain't trying to get into the middle of something, damn it, she ain't trying to get into the middle of something, then we're thinking, oh my God, this must be like the most messiest shit we've ever heard in Basketball Wives history. So after Jackie's like, no, she's not gonna do it, Tammy's like, well, I think that it should come from the person who said it. So I guess that they're like riling up to, do this big reveal at this, party that Tammy's gonna throw. So you guys, honestly, the next scene with OG and her boyfriend or fiance or whatever, I didn't feel like was worth covering, because I think that OG is whack, and I think that her man is whack for being with her. So honestly, I didn't cover that scene. If you're an OG fan, I'm sorry. Anyway, moving right along to the part where everybody cares about the actual retreat. So everybody shows up. Everybody's being real nice and friendly and cordial towards each other until Evelyn and Jen walk in. Now, this is why I literally cannot stand Evelyn, okay? She picked and chose who she spoke to. Tammy spoke to her, and she walked right past Tammy like Tammy was shit. She didn't even look in Tammy's direction. Tammy said, hey, how are you? And she had the stankest look on her face when she walked. Like, she did not acknowledge Tammy at all, and that really pissed me off. And so Tammy, still trying to be positive, got up and hugged Jennifer's neck and was like, yeah, this is a nice day. Beautiful people. We're going to be civil. And then they started going around the table and saying what they like about each other. Like, one thing they like about each other. The thing that got me was even Jackie Chrissy had something nice to say about Evelyn, and Tammy had something nice to say about Evelyn. But when it came down to Evelyn, she said, I can stand next to y'all even though I don't have nothing positive to say about y'all. What kind of insult is that? You don't have anything positive to say about two women who are your equal. Because I honestly think that Evelyn feels like she's better than people when she ain't at all. If anything, she's lower than people because she's been spreading her vagina through the NBA since 1999 or before then. Who knows who her daughter's dad is? Because nobody knows. Anyway, I just had to get that. Anyway. So when everybody said something nice about Evelyn, I just thought that it was unfair for her to cop out and say, yeah, I ain't got nothing nice to say about y'all. But, I can stand here next to you. Like, I ain't got to fight you every chance I see you. That's basically what she said is, I don't have to fight you every chance I see you. And I was just like, what in the hell? So then Jackie Christie apologizes again for the daughter comment. Evelyn doesn't give a fuck. And then Shawnee's like, well, Tammy, I feel like you holding back. And Tammy's like, what do you feel like I'm holding back? And she's like, so what's this big ass secret that's about me that everybody know that I don't know? And then she's like, Jackie Christie, tell it. And Jackie's like, no. Listen, you can get mad at me. We can leave this place and go our separate ways and never be friends again. But I am not about to tell you the secret that everybody knows about you except you. So everybody's like, no, they don't want to say it. They don't want to say it. They don't want to say it. Shawne is like, what the fuck? Just spit it out. And then Evelyn and Jen in the corner, what's going on? What's going on? And Evelyn says, well, it ain't got nothing to do with me. So let's just eliminate me right now. And everybody gets kind of quiet, looks at her. And she's like, what? It got something to do with me? And then Jennifer was like, well, it ain't got nothing to do with me. And then it's like, Jennifer, something you said. It was something you said. And then Jennifer's like, no, wait, what did I say? I don't talk about Shawne or whatever. So Malaysia takes her to the side and informs her that Tammy has told everybody about their conversation about Evelyn sleeping with Shawnee's ex, whose name they blurred out. So I'm thinking of Shaquille O'Neal's because Shaquille O'Neal has a clause where they cannot say his name on the show anymore. And he's had that since season 2? Was it season 1 or season 2? Whenever the Govan sisters were up there and they said that Shaq was sleeping with Laura Govan. He's had a clause ever since then that the show cannot say his name. So when they bleeped out that name, I was like, yep, they talking about Shaq. So she was like, okay, well, this was a conversation that me and Tammy had. Tammy had brought it up to me and asked me, was it true? And so she went back to the group and she's like, Tammy, you know that you brought that conversation up to me and asked me, was it true? Tammy's like, no, you're trying to cover your ass in front of your friend. She's like, I'm not trying to cover my ass. If I said it, but I didn't say it. You said it. So they're both basically calling each other liars back and forth. And it was just a clusterfuck. And then, Evelyn starts crying. She's like, I would never, Shawne, I would never. Oh my God. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, Jen blurted it out. Me and Tammy had a conversation about Evelyn sleeping with your ex. Then she turned to Evelyn. They said the name. I'm guessing it was Shaq, and it was a beep. And then Evelyn's like, oh, hell no, I would never. She starts crying. She's like, Shawne, I don't care. This is a lie. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Because first of all, it's probably true. And even if it's not true, you still think you better than everybody on the damn planet. So I don't care about your tears. Your tears mean nothing. You're probably crying because you want to slot back on this damn show. These people who say that they respect Shawne, I honestly wonder if they really do. And these people who say they're friends with Shawne, I honestly wonder if they really are. Honestly, I just wonder if they really are friends with Shawne outside of this bullshit TV show. So like I said, Emma starts crying, and then Jen and Tammy starts going back and forth and was like, stop lying. Both of them are calling each other liars. And Jennifer says, well, she thinks that Tammy's just mad because she made up with Evelyn. And it made me think, you know what? That's probably right. She probably is mad because she thought that Jen was her friend. Then she turns around and Jen's up Evelyn's ass. But you guys, this is a clusterfuck mess. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll be here next week with another review. And thanks for watching as always.